My story is like the story of Ruth in the Bible. My homecoming is a blessing. When I went back to my husband's village, there are a lot of beautiful lands. They have water, they have land. If we want to go organic, we can go organic. If we want to go inorganic, we can go inorganic because of the civilization disease that we are having. Because cancer is ravaging all the world. Everybody wants to go back to natural food. Here in Delta, you have that land because you have a lot of plants that fall down, die, and decay. And they go back to the soil and return back the nitrogen cycle. So there is so many blessings in Delta. Even the grass in Delta State, I discovered that is money because you can recycle the grass and form them in a form of paper. You can use them, those people that are in printing. Then you can go carbon trading too. Carbon trading is another field in agriculture. I'm talking of crop planting, that is tree crops. Whenever you grow these trees, the oxygen, they will come and buy the oxygen, they buy the fruit. You are getting two things on one plant. So I'm calling the youth that you should key up into this field because agriculture is an industry that people are shared away with it, from it. There is reality in industry because our founding fathers that formed the foundation of our country before the discovery of the oil, they made a social, they make a great impact. Like the North, we grow the cotton, we grow the groundnut and other things. Look at the water, it's being wasted. From where the Landa brothers anchored, that place, if you want to go for irrigation, dry season farming, the land is there waiting for you. This year, I took a courage, I said, let me do something. They're in the community, they said, this is impossible. I said, no, I can do it. So I went into dry season farming. I invited one of the government agencies, that is Fadama. They went, they saw everything. Then, there is nothing that we cannot do in Delta State. If Plateau State that doesn't have river can keep on supplying vegetable to this nation, I wonder what Delta State will do with the abundance of water. We have the waters that run within our streams. We have the table water. So I'm calling you, the youth, to come out. Don't wait that there is a job. Anybody that is promising you that he will give you a job, he's rather wasting your prime age. Because agriculture is a long-term investment. When you start at your tender age, then you will enjoy it. You can see something that is happening new in Delta. This is an Indian lemon. Some people saw it outside, they were thinking that it's guava. It's not guava, it's a lemon. So nothing you brought in Delta State that you cannot produce it. God bless you all.
Thank you very much for that wonderful exposition. You can see with an entrepreneurial spirit, nothing is impossible from the land. Let me go to the agencies that the government used to let the money reach our hand to be able to use them. The microfinance banks, as you know, have metamorphosed from community bank to being this microfinance bank. So let's ask you, Peter Owo, how has microfinance affected your premium edge above other institutions, your challenges and prospects, please?
Well, thank you very much. My name is Peter Oiwu. I want the moderator to get that right. Now, you'll find that when we migrated from community banks to microfinance banks, we suddenly discovered that there was a large market for us. And the little money we had in setting up the microfinance banks were being used to create wealth at the bottom of the pyramid. And we also realized that we had a big challenge there, challenge of funding. And luckily for us in Delta State, because what we are going to witness here today, the Delta State government had been doing it all along. The Delta State government intervened through the instrumentality of the Delta Microcredit Program and started funding our activities. They started funding our activities to the extent that the funding translated to cheap funds for borrowers in Delta State. And that is why we must commend the Delta State government. Now, the primary issue here is that of outreach, which this fund today is going to further address as additional funding to what we have been enjoying from the Delta State government. But aside from that, we equally have some challenges. We have challenges that have to do with training. Our own resources are not enough to train our staff, but luckily the central bank has intervened also, and they are training our staff for us. In fact, nobody can become a management staff of any microfinance bank in this country today if it's not certified by the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. Then another challenge which we have all over the country, I'm not referring to Delta State government now, or Delta State now, is this issue of some state governments asking microfinance banks not to render payment services, payment of salary service to their civil servants. It is only in Delta State, because we have a friendly governor that was able to create a different platform to enable microfinance banks pay the salaries of workers in Delta State. And I think that Edo State is emulating Delta State in that respect. But we have a little problem here, and that is based on our fears. Now, the present governor of Delta State, Dr. Emmanuel Uduaghan, is friendly to the microfinance banks. We are afraid that should the government change, should he hand over to another person next year, we do not know what the attitude of the successor will be towards microfinance banks. And that is why we are praying that the governor, Emmanuel Uduaghan, should please, as he's handing over to his successor, whisper something into the ears of the man who, or woman who will take over from him, so that he will become friendly to microfinance banks. All in all, I think that the microfinance banks are playing a role in reaching out to the less privileged, the active poor in the society. I will believe very strongly that with this fund, we will do better. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. I want to assure you that the spirit of the governor will remain, even if he hands over. His spirit will continue in this system, because nothing will change him from us. Thank you. And I come to you to remind you of all that the Dr. Emmanuel Uduaghan of our state has been doing. That is championing the cause of microfinance bank as a financial institution closest to the grassroots. What are the changes you would like the regulatory bodies to effect in microfinance bank's operation?
Thank you very much. I am Prosper Urogbo, MDIC Global Microfinance Bank, and the present chairman of Microfinance Bank Association, Delta State Chapter. I have 4 major expectations. We are now entering into a new era. You see, for Delta State to move forward, it must be a collective effort. It is not a job that will leave for the state governor alone to do. He has been doing it all along. And if you look at our government in Nigeria, we have 3 tiers. But the local government councils, they have not been involved, thereby leaving the whole responsibility for Delta State government alone. So it is my expectation that both the CBN and the Delta State government, they can come together and think of how the local government councils will contribute into microcredit. The revised guideline of the microfinance policy, it states it clearly that 1%